course outline for creative writing. In order to find the course outline, log into your Course Sites account, go to your creative writing class, click on requirements, which will open this page that you see here. Then you can click on course outline and it will prompt you to download the document. It's a document for Microsoft Word, and you can click the open button, or I already have it online now, so here we go. Now, let's just go over this briefly. It's divided into 5 main units with a brief introduction unit. And I've outlined what your objectives are going to be for each of these units. In our introductory module, which is what you're involved in right now, I'm basically going to be taking you through the course a little bit, giving you an overview of the entire course. For example, in this video, I'm giving you an overview of the content of the course and how to use the virtual classroom. And then we'll go into the importance of journaling, because that's a major component of our course. We'll also talk about some of the ins and outs of using an online classroom, because for some of you it might be your first experience doing that. And then we'll get into Unit 1, which of course is where all the excitement begins. This is when we're really talking about creative writing and not just taking a class. So Unit 1, the focus is imagery, description, and word choice. During this unit, you're going to do a lot with description, narrative writing. We're not going to be doing any full pieces. In other words, we're not going to be doing any piece that has a beginning, a middle, and an end yet, but we are going to be doing short pieces of description. And we're going to really work on enhancing our word choice and really picking words that capture exactly the idea that we're trying to portray. This is a really important feature for great writers, to have excellent word choice. And we're going to look at some great writing, published writing, and we're also going to look at our peers' writing. We're going to analyze that, and we're going to point out the things that we do like as readers and the aspects that we don't like as much as readers. And we're going to do the same from the perspective of the writer as well. During Unit 1, I'm going to be introducing you to two activities that are going to become part of our regular routine. The first is identifying and correcting errors in standard written English. And the second is going to be enhancing your vocabulary through independent word study. And those are going to be activities that begin in Unit 1 and are going to carry on through the duration of the course. In Unit 2, our focus is character, voice, and point of view. This is when we're going to really start talking about the people in our stories, these characters, and what kind of voice they have, and what point of view, and the impact of character, voice, and point of view on a bigger piece. We're going to look at some written pieces that have been published, and again, we're going to look at our peers' writing as well. We're going to spend a good deal of time discussing, analyzing, and identifying the various methods of characterization, and we're also going to practice using dialogue in our writing. At the end of this unit, you will have submitted 2 finished character sketches. Then we'll begin Unit 3. Unit 3, we cover setting, context, and literary genre. Again, with the previous units, we're going to use published pieces, and we're going to use those as models. We're going to analyze the features of setting, or analyze the context of the literature, and we're also going to analyze features of different literary genres. Hopefully at this point you'll start to get a sense of a bigger picture of your writing and where it fits in, and that's why we're going to introduce literary genres there, because over the course of the first semester, you will have been exposed to different genres through the literature that I've chosen for you to read and analyze, and through the choice of journal prompts. And so at this point, you'll probably find that you tend towards writing in one genre. You may already know what that is, I'm not sure, but you'll see as we go, and you'll have a chance to explore writing in other genres, or exploring the same idea and how it's portrayed in different genres. So this is a really exciting unit here, and this is when we get ready to do the big picture, the full story, writing a complete short story. And so, of course, that's where we begin Unit 4. And in Unit 4, we study the story, story structure, and different ways that authors complete the story. Because not every story is outlined the same way. Not every story goes from the very beginning to the very end in sequential order. I'm sure you can think of examples right now that didn't follow that traditional pattern. So we're going to look at story structure, plot, and we're also going to look at some common themes that show up in literature, whether it's short stories, drama, or even nonfiction and poetry. And you're going to maybe think about some themes that are meaningful to you. And at the end of this unit, you're going to complete one full short story. Most students really get excited at this point because they see that all of the work we've done up to now has helped you complete a full picture. You've got the detail writing with your word choice and your narrative description. You really have honed in on imagery and you're able to really capture the five senses. You know now how to build a character through the methods of characterization, how to incorporate dialogue, the importance of voice and point of view, and you're making choices regarding those features. You understand setting, context, and you've honed in on the literary genre that you like the most. And now at the end of Unit 4, you're going to take all of that and be able to complete a short story, one that I hope you're going to be very proud of. And then we begin Unit 5, and this will take us to the very end of the course. And by the end of Unit 5, you will have taken several of your pieces of writing and built them through the writing process from the very beginning to the very end. And we're actually going to explore different methods for self-publication because in today's digital world, we can all be published authors. And so I want you to be able to explore your options as future authors and which ones will work the best for you. And you will publish a portfolio by the end of this class. So I hope you're very excited about this. I'm certainly excited to be able to teach this course, especially in this format. I think that most of you will find it to be a really helpful format because, you know what, creative writing is text-based, and so it makes sense for us to be online, doesn't it? So I hope if you have any questions about the course outline that you'll ask them as soon as possible. I want us to all be starting on the same page, so to speak. So I'm looking forward to working with you, and I'm looking forward to reading some of what you write. See you in the next video.